Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Serpentor and Air Chariot set. It is by Hasbro and it's their G.I. Joe Classified series. And let's get into it. Alright, so here I have Serpentor outside the packaging and then Chariots all put together and the accessories that are left. So it looks like there are a lot of stuff in there, but there are a lot of accessories that you put together for the Chariot. That looks like there's a lot of stuff, but in reality there's not too much stuff that comes with this figure. If you're counting the Chariot all by itself, then yeah, there are a couple of pieces you need to put together, like the cannon, and then even the front of the barrel, and then the magazine, and then the back of the fins. Those you all need to put together, and even the driver steering mechanism here, you also need to put it together. And then there's Serpentor right there, and then one of the claw. Well, when you first get the figure out of the box, the claw is not attached, so there's two claws. One here, a smaller version, and then there's a longer version right there. And then it also comes with a snake, and then a sword, and then the second helmet, part of the helmet, and then there's the cane, and then there's the little snake that he used to attempt to kill Duke with from the movie, and that's everything. So let us start off by taking a look at the Chariot, the Air Chariot. Really nice. It has a feet on the bottom. There's 3 feet right there. It's a landing feet, I guess. And then you rotate them. There's the back, and then this thing does not spin. There's the steering bar. There's the two machine guns. I guess if you want to, you can lift it off and then have Serpentor hold it and start shooting people with it. So, yeah. Then here are the fins, and Cobra symbols. Everything is decaled on already, so it's not stickers, which is good. And everything's applied, and you don't really need to do any of that stuff. Gauges right there. More gauges, kind of cool. And then foot pegs right there, 2 of them. And here's the bottom of the Air Chariot. And again, 3 feet, they are collapsible. Alright, so let's take a look at Serpentor himself. This version of the head, has articulation. See, the top portion here is removable. This top snake head is removable, and then the back panel is removable. And then you would put in this one in replace of it. And then this one, you can see how there's a peg here, it pegs onto his backside. And then once you put the head in here, he is very limited. As far as, well, he has no head movement once you have this version on, which is a shame because this is the one with the bigger flaps. I'm not sure what these are called, but it's a little wider than this version. This version is quite small. You can see, yeah, so I prefer this one to be the station one, and then this one could have been this version. Well, this is vice versa. What I'm trying to say is that I wish this one was smaller and this one was bigger, because it has a lot more range of motion for him. But with this, he looks kind of weird with the small flap on the back here, small back panel. So yeah, it's kind of, I don't know why they did it this way. I wish they did it the other way around. That would have been perfect for Serpentor. But yeah, unfortunate. And then every time you want to switch out the back panel, you would need to remove his cape. And this is, I could see issues going on, because it is pretty tight fitting, so you have to loop it out, and you might break some of these stitchings over time if you do it too often. So yeah, but in order to switch that out, you have to remove the cape. So I'm gonna try, I'll do that right now to show you guys what it looks like with the other version on. But I'll go over articulation while I have this off then, before we put that on. So with this version, he has full range of motion, because there's a ball joint here, and the base of the neck there's another ball joint. So yeah, good range. And then from the back you can see it's just a piece that pegs onto his backside right there. And then shoulders, there is a butterfly joint right there. Same with this side. And then there's hinge joint that goes up. It is quite stiff. There's a rotation in the bicep, and then double jointed elbows, and quite stiff. I could only get him to do 90 degrees, and that's it. These are pinless joints. And then the arms, you could kind of tell, swings in and out. And then on this side as well, in and out. And then the claw is removable. It pegs on, so you could get the longer claw and then just stick that in here, and there you have Serpentor with longer claws right there. So torso is different. Instead of the hinge joint, it's using ball joints here. Top is ball joint, and the bottom there's another ball joint. So crunch, arch back a bit more. As for the legs, these are the drop down legs as well, same as all the other Joes. Just gotta be a little careful when maneuvering them. It is on a ball joint, so it can go up to 90 degrees. And then there is a thighs rotation. And then I don't like the fact that they did a cut here right on the boots, the top of the boots, because this joint is so stiff. I couldn't even get the other piece to go on, but if you force it right here, you're gonna bend this piece. It's gonna use a lot of force onto this piece, and you might end up separating the boots, the top of the boots, with the leg. But if you use a hair dryer, you should be able to soften up the plastic enough for you to rotate this joint, because it is on a double joint. But I am unable to get the second portion to move. Same on this side. Let's see how if I start bending, you can see I'm using a lot of force. It's applying a lot of force onto this section instead of the knee joint where it's supposed to. It's because they added a little cut joint right here, so a lot of pressure is on there. And then ankle is a little weak, but still okay. No, actually it's quite weak. It's on a hinge, and then it has pivot left and right. So as far as the figure is concerned, it is a nice looking Serpentor figure. But again, I just wish this piece was the larger version. But in any case, remove the top right here, and then what you want to do now, you take this piece, peg it onto the back side, and then also make sure it pegs onto his head. So now you're pegged in both ways. You're pegged in back here, and you're pegged in up on top. You can see his head already tilting back. He's not even looking straight currently. He's looking a little up. But yeah, and he has no movement whatsoever since he's pegged in two spots there. But it is a nicer version of the head. I prefer this, the wider, the back, instead of the shorter one. But yeah, this one is decent, as the Cobra head is fully attached. So let me zoom in, so it might be better. See it that way. So right there, see, really nice. And there's a good look at Serpentor, the head sculpt. And let me remove this again. Let's put the cape version, let's put the other version back on him. So again, the top goes in right there. Then the back panel pegs in right there. So now Serpentor has range of motion. Let's get a good look at the head sculpt. I think the head sculpt is quite nice. Does look like the cartoon Serpentor. And let's get a good look at the rest of the body. Alright, so here I got Serpentor riding the air chariot right there. Really nice. And one thing's missing from this set is a flight base. It would have been nice if he came with a flight base, so you can prop up the air chariot so it looks like it's flying. And here's a side view of Serpentor on the chariot. And here's the backside. Alright, and here's a closer look at the snakes. There's that one, and then here's the other one. There's no bendy wire inside, so don't expect this to bend. It is on rubbery plastic. And here is Serpentor holding on to his cane. And again, this set would have been perfect if it came with a base, a flight base. That would have been perfect. Because an air chariot without a flight base is kind of missing the mark there. So yeah. And then the only other issue I have is the back panel for Serpentor. I wish this version was bigger than the other one that's fully attached to his head. But overall, it is a very, very impressive set, and got it during what is that? Hasbro PulseCon, I think it was. And the set was, I believe it was $80 or somewhere around there. I believe when it came to shipping and tax, it all came up to about 93 or so. So yeah, expect to pay at least that if you're buying it online. If you're buying it straight from Hasbro Pulse, but I think secondary market is definitely over 100 now. And yeah, so there you go, the Serpentor with Air Chariot by Hasbro. This is their G.I. Joe Classified series. Thanks for watching.